Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You, and today you join me at the fantastic Fishing Tackle and Bait, and we're going to look at something new that I've not seen for a little bit of while, and it's a new Maver box, and this one is the high one in the range, and this is a Maver Signature SXI 36. So 36 obviously, like all, stands for the size of the legs. We're going to get into it, we're going to have a look round, just quirks and features, and we'll pick up the camera and zoom in on things as well. So starting off, when I've looked through this box, it pictures for me in a dual category, so you can look at it two ways. So the tag on there is 629. Tom, I'll do you a deal in the shop, match anything that's out there. So, you know, it may come down from the RIP, and if you see it at a better price, but we're looking probably around a 580 to early 600s. So this pictures itself in an XR Pro category, but you can look at it in two different ways. If you put this against the XR Pro, in my opinion, there's not even a comparison. But from looking at it is, you can see that it looks slightly like the Reeve in regards to how they've laying it out in the XRW, and in that sense, you're getting something that's half the price of a 1200 quid Reeve. So you can look at it either way. If you like the Reeve and you don't want to pay that much, then this is a good alternative. But if you want an XR Pro and you put it against this, then again that XR Pro is going to be miles more in front. So you've got to just weigh up what you feel's right for you. So what we'll do is we'll get into it, and we'll start having a look round and show you the things and the features that it has. Right guys, so starting by looking at it, it looks a really attractive box, you know, in the green and the black. The front legs, I've got the 2 spirit levels on, which is a good idea. And then the other two main front box legs have got the screw caps. Just take this one off and show you. But the only negative there is that the rear ones don't. But if you want your screw caps in a specific place, the legs are the same, so you can just move them around, I suppose. Looking at the actual structure of the box, it is quite old school. I don't want to say agricultural, but it's a little bit. You can see the welds aren't super neat in places, but you know, this one is properly heavy. I'll be honest, it's really heavy. And looking at newer boxes with the fastenings and the way that the foot plates pull out, this one's a bit old school with the old turn wheels. And if you look at the foot plate itself, I mean, it's strong, it's robust, we're not saying that. It's just a bit old school. It does look good in the black, but again, the welds aren't super clean on there. I do like the turn handles, nice and chunky if you've got cold hands. That's really decent. But it is a feature that I do like. There's a little knob which I'll show you, and instead of the actual box sliding out, the sort of base slides out on like a little drip tray, which is a pretty cool idea. I do like that. And it's got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 rig trays in there, which is pretty decent, to be honest. If you want to fish the old matches, you can push it backwards and pull it back out the back, which I'll show you when we come round, which is also a really good idea. And you know, it's what you want from it. I think if you're wanting space, there is a lot of space in here, but it's heavy to start with, and when you start putting stuff in, it's going to get really heavy. They've got nice simple click switches like most people have. Obviously everything is rig trays. For me, I'd rather replace some of these rig trays and have a better draw. Now for me, that draw is just not adequate. It's too shallow. I need sort of the really decent style. I think with that, what you're going to find is you're going to end up getting stuff stuck, and I think that'll get really annoying really quickly. And again, there's another good 3 trays in here that has rig trays. So you've got like 9 rig trays, and for me, I just don't need all that. And it depends on what you want to do. And when we see the other box that we've got from Maver, I honestly think, in my opinion, that one's a better box. The seat, if like we're saying, the RSW kind of seat, the Reeve kind of seat, and it is actually a really soft, nice seat. I'm just going to give it a little sit. You know, you can't see me, but you know, the seat is a decent padded seat, and you know, that actually feels nicer in some ways than the RSW, because I feel the RSW goes too far down to the wood. It does come with a nice side strap with the Signature SXI 36 logo on there, with double carabiners, which is good because you need it, because this one weighs a ton. So you know, it's going to need it. I've got to think that this weighs about 22 kilo. I'm not 100%, but it is not light. It has got extendable legs like you'd expect via the bottom, and then the main knobs as well. There is dual screws on either side to slide out the foot plate. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll just grab the camera and have a whiz round. You can see it in a little bit closer, and then we'll talk about the conclusion. Right, so like I said, you can see straight away you've got the spirit levels on the legs, which is a good idea. But sometimes you alter the reach of your front of your tray, and then that doesn't also stabilize your box. So in my opinion, you should have those on the actual frame of the box, because that's what you're going to be sat on. But you can, like I said, move those legs around if you want to move them to the back, then you can use them that way. So moving on to the side, you can see the foot plate, and on the side you can see the frame. And like I was saying, some of the welds are just a little bit shoddy, if I'm honest. I don't want to be so harsh, but if you're looking at me, it's strong enough, but it looks a bit unfinished. We've got the side attachments here for where you put your handle through, and then you can see the two carabiner hoops there and there on either side to connect the strap on. And nice embroidery on the back, looks smart. It looks to business with the old Signature and the SXI 36 on there and the Maver badge. I do like that. And then, like I was saying, with this tray, that can slide out backwards and or forwards, and you can lift that off, obviously. If you want to lift that off, you can lift that off. At first, when I saw it, I thought it was a side tray that was sat under there, and the pin there, the split pin, is there to release that. And moving on to the side, like I was saying, that's the side drawer, and as you can see, if I hold the profile like that, they're not very deep. All right for general utensils and floats, but for me, like, if you start to get shots and all sorts of stuff in there, you're going to struggle. I won't get my ProGen shot in there, but I mean, it's each to your own. Maybe Maver will do a little drawer that will be deeper, and you can swap that out. And as you can see, they've got the screw legs, like I said, on this one, but no screw legs, boys, on the back ones. Just don't understand why you won't put screw legs on them all. Makes sense, doesn't it, to do that? And like I said, the strap, there's the strap. So nice little details there with the M from Maver, but again, look at I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, the welds are just a few little fits and finishes. They're nearly there at Maver, but look, you can see just little blemishes and things like that. But let's get back on main camera and have a look. Right guys, the Signature SXI 36, what do we think? If I bought it, I wouldn't be disappointed with how strong it was. I think it reminds me of the original tournament, not in quality, but when I got the tournament, there were just too many trays and not enough accessibility, meaning the bigger drawers and stuff. That was very like the tournament. And that's what I missed about it. That's why I obviously get on so well with the Matrix. And I just think that if they refine the finish a little bit, make it a little bit lighter, and just look at what everybody else is doing, and it'd be different, it's great, but just look at what people are doing. Talk to anglers a little bit more and get a bit more info, because there's just key points. I review a lot of boxes, and I get a lot of comments and feedback of what people enjoy and like about boxes. And this just doesn't, for me, cut it. Like I said, if you want an alternative for a Reeve, then this is half the price. But I won't climb over the XR36 Pro to get to it. That's my opinion. And you know, I'm not saying it's a bad box, and if you've got it, it'll do everything you need it to do. I'm not saying that. it's just not for me. And like already it's too tall. Obviously for me, I can't. The legs are low down, and I'm, you know, that it's a long way to the side tray. But you know, it's my opinion. Do check out the next one when we put the other signature box on, which I feel is a lot better, and definitely worth a look at. So if you would join us on the Facebook group. But before I say that, Angling For You, we have a new channel, and it's called Angling For You Back to Basics. So it's literally that, everything about basics. So do check that out. The link's in the description, and it's just about videos setting up, all that kind of stuff. And really good new channel that's coming your way, with hopefully releasing videos every Wednesdays, as an addition to the main channel. So if you join us on the Facebook group at Angling For You, there's loads of members on there, fantastic group. And if you join us on the Instagram at angling_for you, if you just want to see the photos, and then for more reviews, just look on unboxing reviews on the main channel. Until the next one, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Tight lines.